I've coached many people right through a particular moment. It's like being on a roller coaster, the slow uphill grind. And they almost get to the top, but instead of having the thrill of the ride, they put their own brakes on. I have coached many people over the years who got on that roller coaster to success. When you're building something or climbing the ladder in your career, it is a roller coaster. It's a long, hard grind, and you put in the hard work, you put in the effort, and there's a part of a roller coaster which is right near the top. It's where you feel like just getting off, and you say to yourself, "I am going to die," and it's actually scarier getting off because you've got to walk down. But right above that peak is what the roller coaster is all about, that thrill. Yeah, that long, hard grind up is about to come to an end, and you're about to get to the thrill, the reason you went on that roller coaster. And I've seen so many people get right to the peak and climb off the roller coaster and walk down the emergency stairs right back to the beginning. I worked with this great person once, and it makes me sad when I share some of these stories. And they were an ordinary person who was breaking income ceiling after income ceiling. They were doing extraordinary things. An ordinary person did absolutely extraordinary things. And they had the work ethic, they had the commitment, and they had the drive. And they were climbing up that roller coaster, which I just talked about. And they got right near to the peak. And the peak, what would the peak look like for them? It was coming to a financial number, which for somebody like themselves, they would tell you, it just wasn't possible for them. And they were about to hit that financial number, and it would have set their family good for a very long period of time. Yeah, it was phenomenal what they achieved. But just as they got to that peak, the self-destruction set in. Yeah, they went into themselves to find out several things which were wrong with them and got diagnosed with them and used them as excuses why they couldn't get over the peak. And the reality was the things they got diagnosed with were just protection. They were protecting themselves because they didn't feel that they were worth what they were about to achieve. They didn't have that self-worth, and their identity of where they started was still with them as they climbed the roller coaster. And what you have to realize in business, or as you climb the career ladder, you have to grow with your identity to be able to grow your business or grow your career. You can't still be that person that first started. You've got to grow into the new person, the new you. And that identity of where they come from, where they started, like they didn't feel that they deserved the success they were about to get. So they self-destructed. And it was really sad to watch, but it's so common. And I've seen it so many times. People get to the peak of that roller coaster. They're about to go over the roller coaster and get the thrill of a lifetime, i.e. achieve great things, but they put the brakes on. And they just go all the way back down to where they started, where they feel comfortable, where they feel like they deserve to belong. So here is what I've come to understand about this moment. Yeah, just when you're about to hit the peak of the roller coaster, you put in all that hard work, and that last 10% to the top is the most vulnerable 10%. It's when things are about to change dramatically for you. It's about when you're about to step in to a whole new version of yourself, and it gets extremely uncomfortable. And it's easier to self-destruct rather than embrace the new person you're about to become. Embrace the ride down on the roller coaster. Embrace the thrill. Embrace the adrenaline. And it's easier just to put the brakes on. Yeah. In fact, it's easier to put the brakes on, climb out, get on those emergency ladders, which are even more scarier, and walk yourself back to the start. And that vulnerable stage is where people need coaching more than ever. So what's really happening in that final 10% vulnerable moment is the old identity of who you were and you don't deserve this success is is tugging you back. And, to get over that roller coaster peak, you don't need another strategy. You don't need a training course. You don't need anything else other than understand that the unknown is in front of you and you're growing as a person, and it's okay to step in the shoes of your new identity and let go of that old identity, the identity which is comfortable and the identity which is told you that, maybe this type of success is not for people like yourself. And that's something a lot of people tell themselves. They feel that they don't deserve the success and it's not made for people like them. When it is. Yeah, we're all special human beings and we can achieve absolutely anything we want. And when we let go of our old identity and embrace the peak of the roller coaster, that is when the magic happens. When we step out of the comfortable into the uncomfortable, that's where the magic always happens. If you've ever felt things change, things pull back when you're about to, at the peak of that roller coaster, it's not a weakness and it's not bad luck. It's your hidden critics. It's the critics up here, pulling you back, and it's your old identity pulling you back. And instead of holding on tight, let the new identity flow. Let the new person who you're becoming flow. If something resonated with you on this video today, let me know in the comment box below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on the drift.